There's this girl that asked his boyfriend. He said, "Why you don't take me out the way they take me out when you first put it?" The boy laughed, say, "All those money I borrow up. I'm not even pay finish."
Why would you even go through all this stress? Why?
The moment the man does not have the money, you are not a man. You are a mannequin. You are a mannequin, and no lady will pay attention to you.
So, to a certain extent, we expect that any man coming into our life should give us that security, should give us that provision. That doesn't mean we are going to be liabilities.
There are playboys out there. If you see a playboy somehow, if the guy is very good at his game, you might not know. But then it does not mean that you will not be able to detect those small red flags.
It's the Out Loud Podcast. It's the Out Loud Podcast.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's episode of Out Loud. Out Loud is a show we bring to you where we have to digest some gist that's been around town, where the buzz. Not be only the gist though, we bring you different kind of gist, ranging from education and what have you, every kind of gist that comes your way. Anyway, I'm your host, and my name is Bright Eima, and you can call me B5. We have some amazing guests in the studio today. There are no new faces. You always see them around, and they are friends, aside from being guests, and they are amazing. But before we introduce our guests, let me first of all go to my co-host. Let her introduce herself. Over to you, Pretty.
Hey guys, how you all doing? My name is Oluchimili Sentokafo, but you can call me Luchi Green, and I'm here at Out Loud, and we're here to give you all the gist, everything that is going on in Nigeria, what's trending, everything that you need to know, what's happening, what's buzzing. We're going to be bringing it to you, so stay tuned, don't go anywhere, we're live.
Okay, now let's go to our guests. First of all, the guy just right beside me is an FX guru.
I was going to introduce myself.
An FX guru. And if you want to know anything about Bitcoin trading, buying, selling, and not just Bitcoin, foreign currencies and foreign exchange, is the guy you need to come to. He's a guru and a perfect guy in it. And his name is Lavish. Mr. Lavish, how you doing today?
I'm doing very well.
First of all, tell us about yourself. What's up?
Oh, you said almost everything I wanted to say, but again, I still know myself more. So I'm just going to say my name. My name is Lavish Godwin. Okay, Lavish Ode Godwin. I'm a trader and I'm a politician. Yeah, that's all about me for now.
And the man my far left, Mr. Fidel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's a friend, and this is not the first time he's here, but he's an amazing friend, and I think he should tell us more about himself. What's up, Mr. Fidel?
I'm all right. Thank you for having me. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Agaba Fidelis. I am the COO of the Boss Commercial. As you already know, we're into payment and exchange and all of that, but that's not why we're here today.
Right.
We're here to talk on, some very topical issues that bothers, Nigeria and the world at large, So yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Anyway, it's been a crazy week, ranging from things that happen in the River State, the country at large, and you can't. If you want to talk about what's going on right now, I bet you exhaust the whole of today, and you haven't said anything. First of all, Mr. Lavish, how you doing? How was your week?
Okay, my week was very, very long.
Okay.
It felt like it was even longer than 7 days. But then it was interesting because I had a lot of challenges, and just like I would always say, challenges are there to make you grow. And I think that I learned the things that I was unable to learn the previous week because challenges came my way. Yeah, so I am better, stronger, and I think I am finer.
That's
Good to know. Mr. Vida, what's up?
I'm okay. Last week was a lot. I mean, you already know the things that happened. Some of the things that was trending last week. A lot to be said, though. But let's take it one at a time. So last week was very interesting, especially as it has to do with, the financial sector and all of that. Cryptocurrencies dipping, um, the financial market is actually tanking and all of that. Not to mention the political landscape and all. But yeah, all in all, we're pumped for the week. So yeah.
All right, let's go to our co-host, Miss Lucy, aka Lucy Green. What's up with
Yo.
your weekend?
My week was okay. I'm not going to say anything negative. My week was fine, but the economy is not smiling with anybody.
Economy is
I got to
economy.
find out that the prices of a lot of things are just increased like times four.
It is not news now.
Man, like I was getting like new things increasing like last week. I just got like okay, I wanted to get some things and like the previous week, which was like last 2 weeks, I got them for a certain price and then I went back, the price of that same thing had increased like times four. And I was like wondering like what's going on actually? How am I going to survive in this country? But anyway,
The Lord is
all
our
in
strength.
all, the Lord is our strength. And
yeah,
like
right.
that's just it. The Lord is our strength. Yeah, so but my week was fine. Anyway, back to why we're here. So guys, we have a very will I say outstanding topic because this topic is not something that is new. A lot of people have experienced this, both people in marriages and or even the normal boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. But we just thought like we should discuss about this. Why do you guys, men, lose interest whenever you've gotten a girl that you like? When you're trying to check a girl and maybe you have a crush on the girl and the girl is probably like maybe doing shakara, not forming, but just has to do her like normal effigy and all. And then maybe probably you guys then finally get the girl after a while in the relationship or in the marriage. If you guys finally get married, you now discover that the interest has dropped, probably how you used to spend on her or how you used to tell her sweet words, baby I love you, you're a queen, you're this one. You just stop or it will reduce and you just end up seeing that, oh, the man has kind of lost interest and the lady is wondering like, is this not the same man that used to tell me sweet words? Is this not the same man that used to take me out like every weekend, buy me hairs and all? What really happened? So I'm trying to understand, and that's why we are here. Thank God we have guys on the set today. So let them explain to us what usually caused that shift. I know it's not all guys though, but generally speaking, most guys do that. So why does this happen? So let me start with Lavish. Why do you think this happens?
Something just told me that we were going to start with me.
Yeah.
For some reason, I don't
You are on the
know.
right hand side.
Oh yeah, I'm at the right hand side. I get it. Okay, so just for the record, I'm not married yet. That might be like an advert. No, not an advert actually. But I'm not
Keep
married
us
yet.
posted, yes.
Well, yeah. What did you say?
Just keep us posted.
Okay, I'll keep it posted. I'm not married yet, but I'm going to speak from my experience, and I'll also speak from what I understand by the decline in men's interest when they get what they want in a woman. Personally, I think that I said something at the backstage before we started, recording. I said that typically you do not eat rice for 20 years, and I'm sure you all agree with me. The possible say if you eat rice this week, you go eat them again next week, and then the week after that one, and then you're cool. Somehow you're just gonna get tired, But then I do not speak for all men. I speak for myself right now. I think one of the reasons why men's interest decline after they check a girl or a lady or a woman and then they now get her. I think one of the reasons it declines because basically now the woman is theirs. If I was spending $1 million to get you before, I don't think I should spend $1 million to keep you. However, if I have to spend on you, my spending on you shouldn't be because I have to keep you. My spending on you should be because I'm appreciating the fact that you are in my life now. But measuring, if you now start to measure my interest level from when I was chiking you or toasting you till when I now have you, you might never ever do justice to that. You know what I mean? I'm going to try and explain that, Oluchi. So, say you're my girlfriend for the purpose of this illustration. By the way, who knows? You might even be my girlfriend afterwards. So say you're my girlfriend, yeah? And then I had to spend $1 million to get you. I took you to ShopRite. I took you to where are your interest places? Where are those places that you want to go to in Lagos?
I love going to the beach.
The
So
beach.
let me just say the beach.
Okay, the beach. The beach though. Okay, the beach. So say I took you to the beach, yeah. I spent at the beach, I spent say $100 or $1,000, now we're married or we are now into the relationship. You don't expect me to spend $1,000 every other week.
I want you to still spend the money, like if we have to go out, because we probably will not be going out every time.
Okay.
So when we want to go out, I would still expect that you keep that same level of like how you started. You understand? Except I tell you, no, don't do that. I don't want. I'm fine.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, because I believe that if you're coming into my life, you're not coming into my life to be a subtraction. You're coming into my life to be an
it's
addition.
not about subtraction.
Yeah.
Like I said, we don't go out every time.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably be working, we're making money, but when we have to go out, like to be together, yeah, you're my man. So I'm expecting that you do things. That doesn't mean that at some point I may not pay or I may not like get stuffs for you and stuff. But I'll just like you to keep that same energy. You understand? That will make me feel like, oh, my man really has my interest at heart. He still like values me. You get, but when you start like dropping the way you talk to me, the way you make me smile, the way you do things for me, it just makes me feel like this guy no rates me. You understand? You get, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I think that a lot of times when we talk about interest declining, usually, especially in Lagos, Nigeria, we tend to, channel that conversation around in the lines of material things, buying of stuff and human hair and all of that. The beach, taking you to the beach. But if we do not carefully analyze and discuss this conversation or this topic, we might, pass the wrong impression.
Okay, like
you know what I mean?
I said, it's not just about like material.
Okay, let's talk about
like making me smile and like telling me words.
What you guys understand by
You get-
smile is spending.
No, it's not about spending. It's not about spending. Like if you hear what I said I could probably like buy stuff for you too. It's not really about like spending. It's the fact that you know that okay, maybe this is okay when we talk about the spending.
Okay.
This is what my lady likes,
Okay.
and of course, if I want to get that stuff for my lady, I have to buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, if I know that this is what my guy likes, if I want to buy that, if I want to like get that thing for my guy to make him smile, I'll have to buy it. So that's money. But we're not really talking, it's not really about the whole materialistic kind of thing. We're talking about the general, when we talk about general interest now, like words. So men, like after they've gotten married to you, you're not going to hear anything like "baby, I love you" or all these kind of things.
But you have to be realistic. You know what? Do you know what the economy is saying? Do you know what? There are
It
a
doesn't
million and one
matter.
things. Oluchi, let me tell you what. There are a million and one things that goes through the mind of a man. That's aside the house rent if they are not living in their own house. That's also aside the fuel he has to buy at 9,915 naira per liter, especially here in Lagos. Yeah. That's also aside your DSTV subscription. That's also aside the internet he has to pay for the house. So there are a lot of things that he has to consider before he's now smiling at you and telling you I love you.
I don't think
Anyway,
so.
But in that part,
I
while the man is going through all of those issues and all of that, the lady is now asking, why does she have to be, pushed aside to the side? I mean, pushed aside while you take care of the other issues, because apparently you had these issues before you came to ask her out.
Now, Fide, I want to come to. Anyway, Lavish said something when he started his explanation and analogy, and he said, when you get what you want, right? That's what you want.
I mean, because you have to be realistic,
That's what you want. It's always the problem. They feel like, the girls feel like all you want is sex, and after the sex, okay, you've got to now. Like you don't get me down now. Now, from now on, what next? But the thing is this: I want to ask my Fide, is it always the case? Is it always? I know I'm a guy. I'm supposed to have this. Whatever I'm asking, I'm supposed to have it. But the answer is relative. is it always the case that 80% of the time when the guy gets what he wants, times turn around?
No, it's not always the case.
I said
Okay,
80%.
so no, it's not always the case. So here's why I think so. Now, let's look at it critically. It is called relationship. Be it boyfriend and girlfriend, be it a marriage relationship whatsoever. It requires two people to tango. Do you understand? So now, be a marriage relationship or boyfriend and girlfriend kind of relationship, it means that typically two people are coming together to tango. So for each of these people, they have certain expectation. For a guy, you know what you're looking for, right? And you know what to do to get that thing that you're looking for. It could be the sex, it could be love relationship or whatever your interest might be. And for a lady, it's up to you to decide what you want out of that relationship. So it means that you also have to do something. Doing in this case may not necessarily mean that you have to spend money or do whatever. Maybe a guy just wants you to look pretty, just so he can show off with you, take you places and make heads turn and all of that, right? Now, after all said and done, the both of you come together to, form a relationship or some kind of a commitment to each other. So now it brings me to say that it is not always on the part of the guy, right, to always put fire for inside the relationship. No, like I said, it's a relationship. It will decline at some point whether or not you like it, because now you feel like your responsibility is just being a woman. Do you understand? After all, he came after me, so he's going to have to keep working to keep me. Nobody they work continuously for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
Even God,
point.
during creation, he rest after 7 days. Do you understand? After he create all those things, he give them chance, make them begin to find expression in their various field. Do you understand? So now the man is meant to work to make that that thing, that union happen. And when it happens, it is now up for the both of them to come together and keep building that thing. So, but for a woman to have a mindset and say, "Oh, you've gotten what you want now, so the attention has dropped." Do you realize that some women, the moment all those fine things where you see, where they make you like them, you carry them go house. By the time you don't sleep 1 or 2 times, you wake up, you see them like they're there, they're not. That fine girl waiting, say, this girl is clean, she's nice, she's sleeping, waking up, whatever. She doesn't even pick herself up clean. So you begin to see the other side of her you probably didn't even imagine. Do you understand? So now, a man who already has certain expectation and did all of those things for you, I mean, he has put in the work, right? But the relationship has to flourish. And for it to flourish, you now need to begin to pick out those things that you think this man likes. So that as you're doing your own part, he's seeing it, he's motivating him. So he wants to keep you and he's doing his own part. Because sometimes we focus too much on what we are able to get out of a relationship. Because if we are saying you have slept with me now, and why would you not lose interest? You've gotten what you both of us sleep with each other. Let's even establish that. So nobody goes into a relationship and say, "Oh, they game for me now to say I won't sleep with you." Do you understand? So you have to give something to me while I give to you. But a man will definitely lose interest if he's giving and he's not receiving.
Okay, what of in a situation where the lady is actually giving, but the man's interest was not to come in as like somebody tangible in her life, to come and actually stay in her life. He actually wanted to get something out, and then the woman now is in love and now doesn't know what to do anymore because the man is not being that person she initially like thought he was.
Okay, so now let me tell you this.
Yeah.
First of all, as I said, everybody goes into a relationship with certain expectation. I don't know what yours might be, but
I do know that for everybody that is looking and single and looking for a relationship, right? There's something you're looking for in a relationship. You already have an image of what your relationship should be. And before you even get to the stage of a relationship, you would have had an idea of your ideal man, a picture of who you want as your man. For instance, you are in the market shopping for a phone. What kind of phone do you want? Is it a phone that has 58 megapixel camera at the back and secondary camera to be 12 megapixel? Is it an iPhone? Is it a Samsung phone? You already have a picture of what you want. So when you look at that person, he already meets your spec. Then you begin to have what they call dates. Dates not be the one where we just go chop food, snap picture. Date is meant to afford you an opportunity where you get to ask questions, meet the person, find out the content or what they are made up of. Do you understand? Now, there are certain questions that you can ask a man without him realizing the motive why you're asking that question. He go give himself away. And it applies to both man and woman, whether we like it or not. On a date, there are certain questions you will ask. Oh, what's up with you? Why did you break up with your ex? If the woman begins to say, oh, the man is like this, like this, like this, like this, and he's blaming all the whole relationship breakup saga on the man, then from there you begin to know the kind of person. This person is not somebody that may take responsibility for action. So in your head of it, you'll be like, okay.
But what if she's actually saying the truth, and vice versa? What if he's actually saying the truth, and she's actually
I said, relationship is a two-way thing. So
now, just like this now, if you're saying this now based off of what she said about the man, and you already have it in your mind that maybe she can't take responsibility or she's not accountable. What if she's actually saying what really happened and you just leave?
No, you're not going to base everything on just one question.
Let me comment. Luchi, for example, in life, everything in this world is always a two-side to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As slim as a paper is, it's a two-side to it.
Yeah.
And I believe accountability goes a long way in whatever we do in life. Right? Some people do things and no matter what happens, they won't tell you the part where they fucked up. What Fide is saying is, you ask someone a question and he says, this. He didn't say, but this one happened, and this was my fault. Believe you me, let me say this and come to Lavish. In life, no matter how small a problem is, it was two people who failed to see it when it was starting and have a conversation about it, that it got to a point where they can no longer talk about it. Right? Two people who see problem when they come. And either they are too proud, too pompous, or too negligent to talk about it. And let it to grow to a point where they can no longer talk about it. Now they come and say, but when you tell them, okay, what's up with you and your ex? You make the whole, after telling you, for example, don't mind that idiot. Things like that. At a point, she would tell you where she was an idiot or where, Lavish. On all of these things now, have you had the girl asked you, now you don't get what you want?
Don't use me now.
Yeah. I mean, quite a number. I'm not going to lie about that.
Quite a number of times.
Your reaction. You're quite a number of times.
Number of times.
Okay.
Actually, you know why? Because we're adults, and I mean, you've been through school, yeah.
Yeah.
You've had experiences where you had to, go into several relationships and all that. And I believe that nobody can say they're adults and they just only had one relationship in their life. No. Not even Oluchi. You feel me? Yeah, so but then
me, the only one I get to.
Throughout your life.
I do this now, the only one I get.
They get why? Let's know my perception now.
Madu.
Let's leave that one. We'll come back to that one later.
Okay, yeah. So the question is, have I ever had anyone ask me?
And what's your reaction when they say you don't get now you don't see what you define?
But like the truth is the truth. Like what Fidelis said, it wasn't just me that was looking for stuff. Do you understand? Don't be me carry myself go lie down and sleep. Both of us lie down and sleep. So if you
Come wake up.
Come wake up.
Like,
But you know,
see,
say-
do you know that question only comes when you like
When
gave
a certain expectation
kind
is
of
not
vibe.
met.
after what I
Like before, like okay, now in this age now, or I don't know, there's something people they call friends with benefits,
okay.
and there's like a normal relationship, right?
Okay.
If you're bringing in friends with benefit vibes, I don't think a girl would ask you that question.
A girl will still fall in love at some point.
Yeah.
Unless
but
you're
like,
not,
no, but
unless
like,
you're not doing it too well.
No, that's
Friends
like
with
at
benefits.
some point. That's like at some point, but not like when you're like.
But first,
bringing-
that is a
well, not-
relationship,
not
Abi.
like.
Because
no.
it-
Let me see. Let me ask a question. Like when you're bringing in like a friends with benefit vibes in like the two parties, they know it's not something too serious.
Okay.
But when you're bringing in that relationship vibes, in your head it's supposed to be serious, right? And in the lady's head too, it's supposed to be serious. So now when you bring in that relationship vibes, and then after the whole sex and everything, because that's where the question do come in, right? And she's not still seeing that relationship vibes after the sex. That is where that question
Okay, Oluchi,
comes in.
Okay,
And then like
okay.
that means as the guy too, you kind of dropped in the vibes too for her
Okay.
to ask you that kind of question. So it's not like as if she just wants to just ask you.
So, if I was interested in a woman and then I now have the woman that I wanted, yeah, there are 1,001 reasons why I wanted her in the first place. He said something that the concept or the idea of keeping up and making the relationship work is not just for the guy alone. It is expected from both parties. You know, you have to play your part, and then she's playing her part. You know, so if I'm playing my part, and then the things I saw in her that I expected that I was going to be seeing after the first, in quote, get what I want. Let me just land, yeah.
Okay.
The things that I saw, I'm no longer seeing them. Do you understand? Maybe she came with that vibe of, oh my, I need pieces. My hygiene level now die. And then after the first, I don't get in quote with it I want. I can't discover say hygiene 1/10. Bro, my interest go decline 1,000,000 times. Personally, I speak to
Normal
myself.
level.
You know why? Because I like my woman very neat. I want to look at the things that are very obvious. I want to see that they are very, very well kept. And the things that are not very obvious, well kept too. So if I get to the promised land and I see that, grass. Do you understand? You feel
The
me?
promised land, no flourish.
Yeah, you know flourish.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
withdraw.
not green
Yeah,
on there.
withdraw at that point in time is
Yeah.
very expected. If you now expect me to be, in quote, a man of God or a servant, somebody from, and then I'm not trying to now overlook at those things. I'm just going to be lying to you and then lying to me at the end of the day. It's going to crash. Whatever it is that you call it, ship or no relationship, relationship or whatever ship, it's definitely going to crash. So I think that there are 1,001 reasons why the guy's interest would decline after, in quotes, he gets what he wants.
Okay, that's
does that
like
make sense?
that's like one reason.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
like your reason. See, that's a very valid reason, right?
Okay.
That I'm not even disputing that, but that's like just one of the guys that like actually go into a relationship with the mindset of like, oh, I really like you, and even if the girl is clean, she's clean from head to toe and everything, and the guy still leaves.
Aside from me being one of the Muslims, a man, let me come this. Let me
Because
let
you
me
know I'm
do
saying this
some light.
thing. You know why, like, because I really like this topic very well. It's not just about being clean and all, like, and all, yeah? Most guys too, even if the girl is clean, they already had it in mind that, oh, I just want to just chop her and just go. You understand?
Chop
It's
and
not
go.
about that. It's not
Tell her
about cleanliness
bye-bye.
or whether you can speak English or whether you have a good job or anything. None of that. All those things matters. They already came in with the mindset of, I just want to just do and
If
just
you are a
go.
guy, you know that chop and go, that the hook man pass.
You're
But
speaking from
most guys,
experience, eh?
most guys,
You're speaking from experience, eh?
but in the head of a man, I was scrolling my phone one day when I saw a man. It was somebody asked a man, "What do you think women should know more about men?" And the man said, there is a million things more going on in the head of a man than you can ever imagine. Because most times we men we internalize so many things. If you come meet me and I sit down, they look. As a guy, what did happen? As a woman, okay, let's say you're my girlfriend. And you come meet me and say, what's going on? I say nothing. Or are you okay? I say, yes, I'm all right. It's like I'm all right. I've got my head spinning 360 degrees.
1,000,001 things going on in there, man.
But we feel that no matter how much you try to explain it, you will not understand.
That will make sense.
So, telling you, and in this thing that is going on in our head, you are still thinking that I'm supposed to still be going to buy you each year with what I used to buy it when we started. See, when we started, it was me trying to make you understand that yes, this guy is able and capable, you know, in all ramification. You know, I feel knock like 20 times. I feel take you out so many places, do this, do that. But as long as the guy man don't get you settled,
That project is done and dusted.
there's this girl that asked his boyfriend. He said, "Why you don't take me out the way they take me out when you first put it?" The boy laughed, say, "All those money I borrow up, I don't want to finish."
Why would you even go through all this stress? Why?
That guy that will.
Why?
That guy that
This
will.
money I borrow up, I don't finish.
Yeah,
No, okay,
because let's face it.
But that
If,
doesn't even really
but
make
if he
sense.
didn't, if he did not do that, who told you he would have gotten the
you
woman?
guys.
So who now told you she would be happy in it?
Oh, he has gotten what he wanted.
That's not self-centered then. It's not about getting what you want. It's not about you
Most
only
girls are
being guy.
moved by what you do.
So what happened
when
to being
you
authentic?
Sprinkle things around.
So who now told you that she'll be happy after you've told her that you borrowed the money?
At that
She
point
probably
in time,
hates you.
at that point in time, this particular guy that is talking about, not all men know this particular guy. You're not concerned again. No. Borrow money to execute.
That's why we have this issue. Men are like some men in Nigeria,
Yes,
like
please and thank you.
you guys don't understand the feelings of women. That's why you feel like you can just do anything so far you get what you want. It's really not about just you getting what you
Yeah.
want. You have to understand that this person also has feelings too.
Yeah.
Just like this thing this man said, it's so insensitive. Do you understand? How can you say
That he
you
borrowed
borrow
money.
the and then
But he's going to pay back now.
it's not even really about paying back the money. It's not about paying back the money. The girl will feel so. No, the girl will feel so. It's not about that. Yeah, it might be true to you, but it's not a good truth.
In other words, he could have just
Lied.
He could have just lied.
No,
that
he could have
he's
just
now
been
broke.
himself and said he doesn't have money. If she's going to be with him, she's going to be with him. I know a lot of girls that have been with broke guys.
Chances are she won't be with him.
No. If she wants to, she would actually be with him. There are other things. It's not really about money.
See,
The way you communicate, that's what you guys don't understand about girls. Like you feel like all girls, Nigerian girls, like money. Yeah, who
No,
doesn't
that's
like
not
wait?
true.
Who
Not
doesn't
all-
like money?
not all Nigerian
Everybody,
girls,
even men that are saying that girls like money. They like money too. I know girls that fund guys, not be choice. Do you understand? So, but you now coming out and being like, oh, because I wanted to get this girl, I can do anything I want, even though it's hurting her feelings. That's so insensitive. It doesn't make sense. Do you understand?
Okay, so what is?
This one pain Luchigre.
I know it doesn't make sense.
First of all, person will borrow money go pay back.
Like the paying back, so not be about the paying back.
But this
right
person
now.
is being honest to you.
No, you're not being honest. That's not being honest.
Okay, so that conversation, yeah. Let me explain why. Let me explain why I said I'm not trying to defend that guy. That person will do that if they catch him, they arrest him. Right? But that being said, he did not say the truth. Neither did he lie at the beginning. Hold on. He needed to perform a task, and to do that, he needs some level of motivation and facilitation. So now the loan then facilitates that project.
You sure?
Hold on, let me land though.
Okay.
Now,
This one they pay Luchi.
No, you know you pay me. I'm just trying
No.
to get understand.
now that he
where you
has
guys are coming
now
from
now
and how
now,
you
now that he
feel
has
like it makes sense.
I'm not trying to defend him. I'm trying to make sense of the situation based on what you have said. Now that he has gotten the lady in question, it is now time for him to open up and say, now where you don't look me like this, say, okay, I don't say certain standard. No reason I'm more. That's not there. Because he could easily lie about it. He could have lied and said, I got broke or I invested money somewhere and then I lost money. I don't have money again. So it's up for the girl now to stay or leave at that point.
And that
At that point in time, no, hold on.
Decision.
Oluchi, my question would be: at that point in time, would the girl now be pissed or would she stay?
See,
That he's broke.
most girls, like this thing he said now, they would leave because she's not just only going to leave at the fact that you lied to her. Wait.
No, I'm saying that my question was, what if the guy said something different other than saying, look, I borrowed that money? What if he lied and said,
No, see, from the beginning, you shouldn't even borrow the money. You shouldn't even have borrowed the money.
Okay.
Like, what are you trying to impress?
So that's what I'm saying.
You shouldn't.
No, yeah, as much as it is not okay for him to have borrowed the money, right? Now, let's say he borrowed the money and you did not know about it. Now he's not able to meet your expectation because that money that he borrowed, he has not even paid back. Hold on, let me land, yeah? Now, you now ask him, Alpha, you're not doing again, you're not meeting up again. No. He now tells you, oh, I'm sorry, my love. I invested money somewhere and I lost the money. Right now, I am broke. At that point in time, will you be unhappy or hurt by
that's
fact?
lie upon lie. And I will see.
But you don't know, right? At this point in time, you don't know yet.
See, the thing is, I can't even make any judgment out of this now because that's not the reality. If I'm the lady in the question,
reality is what I choose to show you.
If I'm the lady in question, that's a lie. Because you've told me that, oh, you did a business and that is you telling me what you feel like it's your truth. I'll believe you. Okay, fine. Let's say he told her that he borrowed the money, as in he lost the money. I'll just have that human sympathy that, oh, sorry, don't worry, money will come and all. But on the long run,
I'll probably even fund him.
Maybe. But on the long run, I would want to know what business you put the money into. The truth will definitely come out.
The lie is not the end.
No.
People
You
get tired.
No, you get tired. See, there's nothing hidden under the sun. Like, this is reality. The universe and everything. All these things, they work together. Your life can never continue. At some point, the truth will definitely come out.
Okay.
And him saying that thing, like, I don't know, was it like an interview? So
Hey, what's an interview?
How was it? No, I just want to know the scenario. Was it an interview?
Okay.
Or was it a skit or something?
It's not a skit.
Okay,
like then days when we were back in my hometown, lots of things happened.
Somebody was telling the life
somebody was
experience.
telling
Yeah.
somebody, okay, you guys
It was. And the money is not. It's not even like it was said privately. It was like guys hanging out, and the girlfriend openly said, "Ah, now wow, when I first know you, hey, you take me out now. They go in, and I said, now wow. Also, those man used to take you out. I bought them, and I haven't paid debt finish.
But okay,
He
why
might
you
be
push-
joking.
why
He
you
He
push-
could
No,
even
no,
be
no,
joking at that
no,
point.
No, like
Bro.
okay, like somebody like me, I wouldn't want to have that kind of man in my life. I wouldn't want to be with that kind of man.
The man that borrowed money
Yeah,
to
I
you,
wouldn't,
or
I
the man that
wouldn't.
outrightly told you the truth at some point.
No, not at some point. I wouldn't want to have that kind of, because I feel like even if you don't have the money, you could have just been open to me and just tell me, oh, this is how it is.
Okay, so,
like-
more day realistic.
No, wait, I get realistic
This
now.
na Nigeria.
Now, what's how they try to tell
How
you?
many
See,
girls won't come on with
now
boy wey no
waiting,
fit buy?
now waiting you know understand. Now waiting you know
Mr.
understand.
Fidel.
See, no girl. See, at the end of the day, God has made men providers. It's
Yeah.
not our fault.
Yeah.
God has made you guys ahead of us. So to a certain extent, we expect that any man coming into our life should give us that security, should give us that provision. That doesn't mean we are going to be liabilities, but it's just like, okay, God don't talk say we are going to be submissive to now. You understand? So any man now when they come our life, when no they perform some kind little basic things, it
Gonna
doesn't just
submit to
make
you
sense.
instead.
It doesn't just make
Instead
sense.
of providing, gonna submit to you.
So, but
That man,
mannequin.
so, but like we know in life, this is reality. Things happen. Just like you said now, like okay, let me use that your illustration as an example. Truly, you might have a deal, do a deal as a man, the thing crash, you no get money at that point, and you see a girl, you like the girl. All you have to do is just open up, like, oh, I really don't have at this moment.
90%.
Wait, now that's
Of
what
the
you
girls.
think. Wait, that's what you think. It's not like that. It's not really. It's not always like that.
Okay,
You
but
think that way. You think that when you tell a girl that, oh, I don't have money, she will run away. Fine, there are some girls that will be like, no, I can't stay. But you know that a girl that really loves you will stay.
Okay, so can I speak from a perspective of a man?
You can.
You're saying this because you know yourself as a lady that
And I know
if-
ladies.
If understandably.
You know, ladies.
But have you ever asked a girl out and outright told the girl, look, I don't have money, I like you. Still we will run things and the girl stayed. You can't answer that question because you are not a man that have asked out.
So
I mean,
now
asked a
this is
lady
how
out
it
yet.
works. This is how it works. If you're a man and you know you don't have money, you don't rush into things. You
Oh,
first
wow.
you first build like a relationship as
Oh,
a
wow.
friend. You understand? You know you like this particular girl and you know that you don't have any money to like. If I say money is not even the first thing, I don't know why even that the money is not the first thing. Money is just a tool to enhance the relationship or the likeness. And when you feel like maybe this girl likes this certain thing, she has told you, maybe in your conversations, she tells you, I like this thing, and you feel like you're capable to like get the thing for her. That's when money comes in to buy those things for her to make her smile. You understand? But at first, that's not like the first thing. When you meet a girl and you know that you don't really have money, maybe you're doing a business or you get money, your money there for your construction or your son or something, you don't really have money. Or you have to just build like a friendship relationship. No, but some guys will just want to start telling you, when can we see? When can we do this one? That's not how it works. If you want to now see a girl, the girl in her subconscious, she would expect that, okay, he's saying when can we see? At least even if it's to buy a bottle of wine or something. The guy should be able to like sort
okay,
that
so
out.
that's a lady already having certain expectation. That's why
A bottle of wine.
that is why I am saying
That is
that.
no.
Oluchi, let me land.
That's why that guy went to borrow the money to buy that
Exactly.
wine.
No.
Hold on,
You hear what
It's
I
like,
said? I
okay.
said, first of all, if you know you don't have money, you start as a friend.
How do you build friendship? That's what I'm trying to
You can
make you understand.
communicate.
Communication
how are
does
you?
not always work. Hold on.
How are you? What's your
Let me
name?
land.
What's going on?
You're looking at it from one angle. Let me from the angle of a woman.
Oluchi dey talk like
God.
Oluchi dey talk like Yankee woman.
So now, let me
Yeah.
tell you why I think that it is the way. I mean, it's a bit different from the way you're saying it, right? Not all relationships come out to be like, finance, material kind of stuff, right? It is okay to start a relationship by first being friends with somebody, right? Like you said, it begins with communication. How do you communicate? Sometimes people get tired of all this.
How you
football.
dey?
Do you understand?
We don't chop.
If you
You
call
guys
this
wanna-
person in
you
the
guys
morning,
wanna
call
don't
them in the
chop.
afternoon, call them in the evening, and you want to have,
Feed
it
them.
is not what they want to hear.
them.
Hold on, let me land.
Feed them.
Let me land.
You
let me
guys
land,
wanna
let me
don't
land.
You don't
chop.
call every time
I said
now.
no, you not send me food.
Let me
call
land.
every time.
Let me land now, Oluchi. So my point here is simple. At some point in time, whether you have money to start a relationship with this person you have interest in or not, at some point, before you make it to the next stage where when the lady will now have to commit to you, it will get to a point that the lady will now want to know your financial capability, like it or not.
No, that's true.
It is not necessarily because she wants you to spend money on her. She wants to know exactly what she's getting into, because you hear questions like, what do you do? Like, what do you do for a living? How do you earn your money and all of those things? Now, this person you've been speaking to for some time, it is time to take it to the next stage, right? Now, when you ask this question, be it on virtual dates, say whatever, or physical dates, this question is about, and the moment the person tells you, I just I'm believing in God for something. I just finished NYC. I'm believing in God for something. I'm still looking for a job. You may like the guy, but at that point in time, trust me, you want to take a step or two back. It is not because you have lost interest in the guy, but you don't want to, put your attention on that guy now, because at the end of the day, I mean, as a woman, you begin to consider a lot of things. I am 27, I'm 25. I already have that back of mind. I want to get married at the age of 30. I don't have for this relationship. I want a serious relationship. And that serious relationship, when they talk, so now what we go lead to marriage? They didn't know they carry empty hand go market on a normal level. You have to have money. So the moment you see that this man is a struggling man, you begin to do your mathematics. Now, you know that I don't have a lot. You'll be telling yourself, I don't have a lot of money to support this person to, put him to a certain standard before we can get to the next stage. In that case, there is chief somewhere that is asking me out. Although he's old, although he's married, or maybe he has one wife he wants to make, but I'll be comfortable and good. Instead of considering this guy that has potential but broke right now, you begin to consider chief that has money and is asking you. I'm not saying it applies to all women, but logically.
That's just like
Now you
3
begin
out
to.
of 10.
That's when you begin to work your math around the material part of it and how that, to an extent, this man is able to. Because you said it, a man is meant to provide. Provision, no. Yes, provision, I mean the whole thing. So protection comes under provision because it's still a man that is giving it. And security now still it comes up. Which security you want secure without money? Without money. So the moment the man does not have the money, you are not a man. Mannequin, you are a mannequin, and no lady will pay attention to you. So let's not even. I mean, you don't have you ever dated? All due respect to whoever, you don't date guy with the maybe say 30,000 naira monthly in this economy. I'm not saying because like it or not, there are people that are earning that little currently.
I understand.
Would you date that kind of person? Not as good as you are. And the man feeling strong, you fit,
so
okay.
You not be mannequin in
that man ways, but you know, get right now they ain't 30K. It's not a lazy man.
Me, if you ask me,
Okay.
Now you are the answer.
I'm talking.
Answer the question.
Okay.
You go data yes or no.
The thing is,
You
me as a person.
have answered the question.
No, wait, let me talk now. The thing is, me as a person, I've not come across that kind of person. I have not, like, that's my reality. I've not really come across that kind of person that earns like so little. You understand? But that doesn't mean that
Let's say 50K.
I've not.
100, uncle.
I've not. No, but that doesn't mean that there are no girls who date. I saw a like all these word on the street, all these that they go out to ask. They asked the girl, "Can you date someone who earns 100K in a month?" She said yes, that she can actually date somebody who earns 100K a month. And so you want to not tell me that those kind of people don't exist?
They do.
They do exist.
Yeah.
My
Do you understand?
what I think is
Do you know that we as men, right? We as men, there are certain kind of. We need to have this confidence first of all, right? Before you approach a girl, you should know some things about yourself. That guy is the N30K. If you look first, I will get what by this guy crave. So if he knows say that 30K in the end, if you know, you don't go close. You go borrow that boy to impress you.
No, wait, you don't come to me now. Then you go to somebody who is probably like.
Now you ain't like no. You don't just go market to go the buy.
No,
You ain't like.
that's why everybody should know what. That's why all fingers are not equal. If you see, our fingers are not equal. I may not even like him, not because of he doesn't have money. I probably don't just like something about him. Maybe it's not my spec or something.
Yeah,
it might not even be about the money.
Possible.
Do you get?
That's possible.
So everybody should know where their power reach. This is not even an insult or anything.
it's
Just like me
it's
now.
Classism now.
No, it's
Relationship
not about
is
classism. It's not about classism. Just like me now. Just like what I said, spec. There are some guys that actually like me, but me, I really don't like them. Not because they are not billionaires, but because I know that if I stay with this kind of person, I may not get the kind of joy that I would like in from a man. If I see another person that I like, I know that this person is the person that I like, maybe the vibes and everything. And another person comes and I see the vibes and stuff, I'll be like, no, this is not my kind of person. It's not even about money right now.
Okay, so now, okay, good. So we are still on that same topic right now. At what point in time will you now decide that I have seen this person, I don't see I'm finished, it's not the kind of vibe that I'm feeling, and then you want to move in with another person or move on to another person? Is it during the course of the relationship, 2-3 weeks into the relationship, that you decide to move on?
No, sometimes
to
you
another
just
person?
see the person. Like some guys can just literally just
because
ask you out. Like maybe
you
when
don't
they
see vibes from just the street.
No, you
get
can.
vibes
You can.
from-
That's why there is something like when there is love at first sight. There is actually something like seeing what you like at first sight. You understand?
Yeah, they don't see your specification. You meet your
Like
specification. Yeah.
maybe yes, like maybe even in the appearance.
Yeah.
It's not something I like. That's even just like a turn off for me. Not like I hate you. I don't even know whether you have money or you are a billionaire,
Yeah.
or not a billionaire,
Yeah.
whether you have a company. I don't know. And I don't even want to know. All I know is that I'm seeing you, I don't just like you.
Okay.
You understand? And then I see another person, I probably maybe like the appearance. Then I now that's what will even make me want to now find out if this person has the kind of vibes that I want, or if this person is even capable enough to like take care of me, or maybe has money or anything.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's really not even about the money first. For me, like someone like me now is appearance. And then if that appearance, if I really don't like you as like a love, like I'm not seeing any love trails around you, we are going to be friends.
So you're going to decide to be friends with that person?
Yes, if the person if the person wants to be friends with me.
Now at the end of the day, it brings us to where we have been, cycling around trying to get to right now. If at some point you see somebody that is your spec, at the beginning he matches your specification, and then along the line, maybe as time goes on, you're trying to get acquainted to each other, and you discover that the person is not giving you the vibe that you actually expected, you are bound to move along, Abi.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we've been talking about. So it's applicable to men that.
That's why I said everybody go into a relationship with certain expectations. You have a specification, right? You are now in a relationship with this person, but you are no longer getting the vibe. You are meant to pull back.
That's not the
So
question.
that's why it applies
that's
to-
not the question. The question was like,
Why
you
do-
already, like, you guys are already, like, you guys know yourselves. You liked yourself of the vibes and everything. That's why maybe probably you guys made out and all. The vibes was that, oh, I really, really like you. I really, really like you. You guys have been together, right? And then after a while, that likeness drops, or that interest drops, or probably the way you that was the question, or probably the way you like speak to the person. What I was trying to say is that you said, you made mention of like maybe the girl is not neat, which is a
That could be
valid
one of the
point.
reasons.
And that's
That's
one
one
of
of
the
the
many
many
reasons
reasons.
now.
But there are some guys that even after they say that the girl is neat and all and all and all, their mindset was not to even stay with the girl in the first place. Their mindset was just to have her. Maybe she's like the hottest girl in town, and the guy is like, I'm going to get her, kind of thing. And then you like, oh, this girl is fine and I really, really like you, and then the girl loves up, and all of a sudden you just leave.
Okay,
That's not cool.
shock you? Nobody, man or woman, would want to let go of a very good thing. Do you understand? Nobody.
I've seen guys that make bets. It
No,
was just for the bets.
I understand.
It was
though.
just for the
I
best
understand.
purpose.
I have a friend that, all due respect to you, I mean, you're going to see this at some point. I'm not looking at the camera right now, but you know I'm talking to you.
I just hope I'm not the one.
No, you know, of course not. I have a friend that if he goes after a girl, no matter how fine the girl is, once they have sex once, that's the end of it. It's not happening again. It's not fetishism, right? Not be fetish matter, no be juju or anything. If it just happens once, that interest drop from 100 to 0.
You should go and
Do you
check
understand?
yourself.
And as much as we want to say go and pray and fast about it, let's look at it.
Like
for
he's
what-
not the one.
for
Like
what
he's
it
not
is.
the one that just wants to leave. Like the interest just drops.
It just drops, yeah.
I have a friend like that too.
You should go and
Yeah.
check
But now
yourself.
he's married. And I asked this
And
guy.
those kind of people now.
And I asked this guy,
They cheat.
you will not defeat do one get twice. Waiting on how far. They say, man, as much as he wants to explain, I don't get the explanation because I've known you since we were little. And I know that this guy spends money in chasing women. When I mean money, in the expect, but wanted, that's all.
That's all.
And immediately he gets up, he blocks the number, he deletes the number.
Yeah. You can never reach them again.
Okay, so but I think that I have to say something. I don't know if we still have time. Do we have time? Yes.
Okay,
No,
probably
2
not.
minutes. 2 minutes, and then I think that we may have to find a way to create a balance. Yeah, so that our viewers can learn and then have something to go on with, beside the many other lessons we are learning already. So a lady who wants to go into a, in quote, serious relationship, right, should already know certain basic things about the man that can be serious in a relationship versus the man that will never be serious in a relationship. You know, if you are already of age, or if you're ready and you know that you have certain expectations from a man that you want to be in a relationship with, you should already learn or know, you know, the basics. Because if you see a man that will just strike and move, somehow, if you don't know your right and your left, you will know, say this one now strike and move. Now you come for.
Some guys are
Yeah,
very
because
good in
I'm not even gonna lie to
covering
you.
up.
Yes. I mean,
are you okay?
Some
you
guys
feeling
are very
alright?
good
Because
covering up.
it looks as if like she's saying this thing. She has somebody in mind that she's
Some
seeing
guys
right
are very good.
no, without a doubt,
Trust
there
me,
is.
now. Some guys are very smooth.
The
like
red
that, though.
signs are always there. You
Yeah.
just ignore them.
Yeah, without a
I'll
doubt.
answer you.
Yeah, without a doubt, there are playboys out there. I'm not even going to lie about that one. There are playboys out there. If you see a playboy somehow, if the guy is very good at his game, you might not know. But then it does not mean that you will not be able to detect those small red flags. The one that will not stay. Almost anything that is too good. Anything that is too
boys now.
yeah, and that's why a lot of the ladies, a lot of the girls would always fall into
guys
the wrong
bore them
hands.
now.
You know why? Because they just believe they
guys are
like the
boring.
ones that are too shiny. Anything where they're too shiny, they really make sense at the end of the day.
Lavish,
Okay,
forget
so
that thing.
I want-
For example, these Two-Face and Natasha, what happen? Then they cause Two-Face, but if you give 1,001
It's easy
of
to
those
say,
ladies
yes, sir.
a
Opportunities
chance
to
to
face.
be with Two-Face,
They'll jump on it.
now what for you?
Plenty of
Because
Now,
there's
what
so
for
many
you?
reasons now. Just the same way other men want to be with Genevieve and stuff like that. Like because it's celebrity and all. If it was a nobody, I don't think people would want to.
exactly. So
Okay, now it takes us back to that same thing.
It
That's
doesn't
why-
take us back to we're just talking about this one in
Why don't you
particular.
not agree?
No, we're talking about this one in particular. I want to say something again. Like, okay, I want to make reference to what you said about like a guy meeting a girl. Maybe the girl is not neat and all. If you're a guy, no, I want to. No, that's like maybe a common thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's not really like people don't really talk about it. As a guy, if you feel like you like this girl and she's probably not so neat, why can't you help her to be neat?
Should I let me can I comment?
I'm walk before
Like
men, please,
no,
well.
just like a woman. No, there's some women too that help men
If
to
your
be better.
friend, if your
You know,
friend,
there's some women
Yeah,
that help
your
men
friend-
to be better.
Understandably.
Luchi, I want to ask you a question. You have this friend that has mouth odor. Are you ever able to tell that guy or that girl, man, what's up? You
Your
should
mouth is
brush me.
smell.
Have you ever able to do it?
Yes. I used to have
You
a
have-
friend.
you do?
Yes.
You used
I
to tell them?
I used to have a friend. I didn't at
Friend.
first I didn't know how
You're
to
one,
tell him.
you're one in a million.
No, I didn't know how to tell him at first. I didn't know how
Okay,
to
you
tell
tell
him.
them at first.
Yes, at first because I was just thinking like, oh, how's this guy going to like react to this? I didn't know how to tell him honestly. But one day I summoned the courage to like tell him that, do you know that sometimes your breath actually smells? And he was shocked.
I
It was like
met this girl.
he never knew that it happened to
I
him.
met this
And
girl.
I actually
You see,
told
this
him.
story happened. I met this guy in Port Harcourt, and there was this guy. I'd say he's a chairman, right? Because he's far older than I am. He owned a hotel in Port Harcourt, and most of them, when I go to Port Harcourt, that's where I stay. And there's this guy they were trying to employ one time. And the guy came to me and was like, I really needed this job. So we got close, and one of the guys said to me, I don't know why. The girl is very pretty. And looking at her, she get everything when a normal guy man go like. But she said to me, I don't know why any man will sleep with me, not that one sleep with me again. And I said, you're pretty. But one day, the girl come and the girl don't walk to her, she don't sweat. I don't know why.
I get it. Don't talk past like that.
So you see,
So, me said nothing tell her, say this is why. She don't confide in me. I am supposed to tell her, I think you should use more deodorant. You need to do it. But that they just work out too much and she walk up past me. I was like, what the fuck? And I still could not tell her.
In that situation, you need to tell them. I've actually I don't know if I should say this, but I went to the ShopRite one day, and then one of the workers there, she passed like I went to the restroom. I went to use the restroom, and I saw her,
It's a thing in
and I
Lagos.
saw her in the
Yeah,
restroom, right? And then when I came out, she then came out. Then I realized that actually she was one of the workers in ShopRite. And when she passed me, something in me just told me to give her money to get deodorant. I actually told her that I know that you work a lot, but like you're smelling. Please, I gave her money to buy deodorant, and she was like, thank you. And it's not even only, I'm that kind of person that will tell
You're
you.
one in a million.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm that kind of person that, I expect that if something is going on with me and people are around me and they see that, I think they should tell me too.
But people are not like that.
But it's not nice.
Everybody's not like that.
It's not nice.
Unfortunately,
because I would tell.
Unfortunately, that's
You
the
know why
society.
most people don't tell? First, what that information will do to your ego as a person. That's one. Then number two, people assume you should know as an adult. Would you
Basics.
understand? Yeah. So you cannot not know that you have body odor. You cannot not know.
Sometimes they don't know.
All right,
That-
our listeners, I think we'll have a wonderful conversation today. It not be say the boy just won't sleep with you run. Sometimes probably na your bad character, or probably na money hunger, or probably I don't know, like Lavish talk, if you be body odor. Regardless, Luchi's been able to make a point about this is the first Luchi. And they talk like the first Luchi. She really don't understand why things like that they happen. But anyway, in all, Lavish, what would you want to say to our people when they be say you just like that guy with 10 years say the money when I used to take you out, Abura. The way they make Luchi first. So.
Anyway.
Do you think we should continue like that, or we should at least, in my own opinion, if you sit there the girl say you meet together and say, man, I won't take you out, they say, I'm going to say, go that mama put first, go that mama put. She probably will not follow you. So probably not make the guy go borrow money. What do you think? Mo, we should, like Luchi said, should you be coming and tell the guy I would have loved to take you out, but the money not there. Or maybe the boy they go borrow money, impress first, then I bring class go borrow money.
Okay, so I think at this point in time, it's very important for me to say that you have to be as real as possible. You need to be yourself. If
But
you are, if you are,
guess they like what they like to them.
yeah, no. So it goes both ways.
Guys, they like what they like to
It
them.
goes both ways. Do you understand? You have to be yourself because every other person is taking. You need to be yourself. There's something that we like to say at the Boss FX. We believe so much that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Do you understand? If you are not going to be real at the later part of the relationship, do not be real. Don't even start the relationship. If you're going to be taking out to mama put at the get go, ensure that you keep that energy so that the day, or if you're not going to if you're not going to be taking out to shop, right, don't start. No, even go start with saying your hand. No go. Feet continue. Also to that girl with the carry the smell. No, let me be a little bit nice with my words. That girl or boy, we go if they pass you now like this now, so you go need to do spray air freshener. And then Luchi said that she might not even be aware that she's like that. Yo, if you do not know that you are not smelling nice, you might not know how to make other things work well in your life. That's why I said that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. So that even reflects how you take your life serious. It reflects the way you handle important things in your life. If you know if you manage small important thing as deodorant, personal hygiene, you might not be able to manage a guy's life or his finances because the way you do anything again is the way you do everything.
Oluchi, now for you to talk to Fide, now Fide close.
Okay, guys. What can I say? I think I've said everything I need to say, but I would just like to say, like, when you're going into a relationship, please just be as real as you can be. Like, don't force things. Just be yourself. If you know that you like a particular girl and probably maybe the girl is out of your league and you want to get her, my advice to you is that you should go and hustle. If you don't have money, go and hustle, because at the end of the day, you're not even hustling for her. You're hustling for yourself and your family. You yourself, you need the money. So if she's not even in the picture, you will still need the money to do whatever you want to do. So please go and hustle, right? Because at the end of the day, God has made men providers, and God has made men the head above ladies. So any lady who wants to be with you or who you want to be around you would expect a certain level of comfort, provision, security. And if you don't have that to offer, then you are still in the basic stage of life, and you should grow. And ladies, please don't pressure guys, don't pressure men too much. You understand? If you see that a guy is doing well and he's trying his best, just support him, be there. If you cannot be there to support him, don't pressure him into doing whatever would make him fall back, or maybe do something that he's not supposed to do. Just encourage him, and if you cannot do that, just leave him, and then God will help everybody. Thank you very much.
It's a video. It's a video. He does
All right, so my conclusion would be, first of all, relationship is not a business transaction. It's not a business transaction. It's
Please. Someone might have a cousin. He needs to say that too. Please repeat it again.
Of course, a relationship is not a business transaction, right? So that is to say that relationship is meant to be a relationship. It's a two-way traffic. So you have expectation, have it at the back of your mind that the other person has expectation. Nobody is superhuman. As much as men are meant to be providers and all of that, also remember that men are humans, and they have, as much as you have your expectation on that particular man, have it at the back of your mind that that man has a sister, he has brothers or cousins or nephews, and a whole lot of other people that are looking up to them, and they also have the expectation on just one man. Do you understand? So do not carry your own family problem or your this thing and put on one man or one woman alone. Have it at the back of your mind that these people are human. So reduce your expectation to an extent, and always strive to be better than you were yesterday as a person. Because if you are going into a relationship and you focus your mind on what you are meant to get out of it in terms of material, then you might as well sell your body as a man or as a woman. Because at the end of the day, material things are not only the things you should look out for in a relationship. There are a whole lot of things that you can learn from a person. Also, in all, it's important that you lay the cards on the table from the beginning when you are, at that talking stage or having that date night that you're having. Speak on your expectations, what you want in a man, so that when you lay the cards on the table, he also lays his own on the table. You now know if this thing is going to work, so that you not go allow man first try knock first before you come to see say work. All in all, let's just reduce our expectations and try as much as we can to learn and grow as individuals before we can think of getting into a relationship that will work. Because as I said, relationships is not a business that you now have to be doing back and forth with at some point. It's important that you work on yourself as a person, know what you want in a man. You don't just go out dating a man or getting into a relationship with a man because he's fine and he asked you to be his girlfriend. You understand? Because at the end of the day, you are going to keep doing try and luck, and then go still the mama they go. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Right. Anyway, we've come to the end of today's episode, but the topic is broad. Like, we've not even scratched the surface. A lot of things that has been said backstage that we've not said today. I know what Mr. Fidel and Lavish is going to come back for it, because this topic, they make Luchi the para. And the whole question is said, they never, we don't think if the answer's finished. Because you can't be like, anyway, join us for the next episode, and do well to like and subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X on the screen, and so that you can get the subsequent episode as we lay it down. And thank you, Mr. Lavish, for coming, and I hope to see you some other time.
Pleasure is mine.
Luchi, I guess you go do Mr. Fidel. I'm not the host. I'm not just the host. So you have to talk to Mr. Fidel.
Okay, guys, we've come to the end of this episode. It was an amazing time here on sets with Mr. Lavish and Mr. Fidel, and we'll still have them come back because this topic we never even start. Okay, so any last words?
Yep, I mean, it's been an interesting conversation so far, and I cannot wait for the next episode. Thank you for having us today, Luchi.
Thank you.
It's the Art Lot Podcast.